G'day everyone, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat. This will be my Knackers Yard. Blue is amazing. It's minging and needs a good clean because he's been used in some shitty weather. So where are we? I'm supervised by the dog. Lady, oi, what are you doing? Are you watching for dog walkers? I've taken the tank off. So that was the original tank, or the tank that it come with. I've just taken a fuel cap off for effect more than anything else. Look at that, that is a completely different bike. Same dog, completely different bike. I have had to adjust / hack. The tank is sat on top of my base rather than on the base, and everything on it, it just doesn't quite work. I'm going to have to work out how that's secured properly, but just chucked in a bolt for now. I've had to hack off the front of the seat because that tank is longer, so I had to hack off. So it means I had to take the cover off, which means I had to yada yada yada. It still needs a bit of adjusting, but it looks a lot better, I think. And I think I still need to take a tiny bit off the edge. I need to sort out how I'm going to do the gap and things. Randomly, this old tank that I've got has been painted with a nice line across there, but it matches fucking beautifully. So whatever paint I'm going to do, it has always going to be black, but I might repeat that if I do a different colour. I do actually quite like that red, I have to say, but I think that works really kind of well. I'll chuck a before and after shot down in the bottom so you can see the effect, but it just looks beefier. I mean, it is beefier, it's a bigger tank, it's higher at the back. Let's just do a bit of a side-by-side comparison. Maybe bringing in these bins. I mean, it's just a very, very different profile. Be careful, I've still got fuel sloshing around in that. Oi! Oi! Get out the road, you dipstick. Yeah. So I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Just the boxing as carrying through works better. I've whipped the battery out because it was just sat there doing nothing, basically. So you can kind of see how that space is going to look. Obviously with a lot of that keg hidden in the recess underneath the seat. But I'm really quite chuffed with that. Yeah, seat needs a bit more adjusting because it's a bit pushed back at the moment, but I might have to hack a little bit more off the front. Also, from the postie, I've got some indicators. They're only cheapy ones. They are metal, they are aluminium. But I actually think, particularly the way this is looking now, well, either from the mudguard, there's nothing actually to stop me from bolting them into the seat itself. Quite like, actually, or the bracket. I actually quite like it out of the seat. Yeah, so they were about £6, and as a Billy bonus I got 2 sets of 4. No idea why they sent me through 2 in separate posts, which was really weird, but yeah. So just a short upload, really. It's really just a setup for the weekend as much as anything else, because the weekend task, I think, is to get back on it, and I need to sort out this starter clutch, so I need to get this engine out. So it's going to be stripping it down. I don't want to get seduced by bodywork and things like that. I have been, I've fallen foul of it, I always do. I'm now going to ignore it. There's some, neatening up and trimming to do, like a 5mm gap in there that I need to do something with. That, and whether or not I try and continue the shape, build that out and then build it right, I don't know. I do not know as yet. But I'm not going to get seduced by that now. I now have something that works. works really quite well. Handlebar wise, Gary, one of the subscribers, has said that he's got something that'll work quite well, he thinks, and we'll sort that out. But I again don't want to get seduced by it. I need to do something, because that is the wrong angle to hold that brake master cylinder at, and it's just all going to piss out. I've got the carbs down there. I do need to adjust the float heights, and I do need to just check on that as well. Other stuff I need to do, the bits that, you know, it's continuing on the cosmetics, although I'm trying not to be seduced by it. You know, that's all rusted through and all that sort of thing, but I don't think that big silver big chrome bad boy works particularly well with this look anymore, so I'm going to have to look at that. But I'm going to spend the evening tonight looking at how to get an engine out, or more pertinently I suppose how to get this engine out. I think what I might do first is strip some of the electrics just to get it out of the way, or at least take the coils out again just to get them out of the way. But yeah, I think my first cursory glances of the Book of Knowledge is that I need to get the exhaust off first. Wrong, I don't actually. I need to get the oil filter and oil remains of the oil out first, but because of this 4-to-1, I need to get the exhaust off to get to that filter comfortably. So first things first is going to be exhaust off. I can also look at that blowy hole that it made on first turnover, and just see how that works as well. Right, that'll do me. Really short upload between me and El Doggo. I just really wanted to show it off. That is what I was after. That tank has been abused at some stage. Yeah, fine. I was concerned as to how much I was going to have to adjust the back piece, and I did have to adjust it a fair amount. It's had a fair amount of hacking, but it's all tidy-upable, it's all square-awayable. But I've got something that fundamentally works now, and it just needs, you know, a bit more fettling to get it bang on. But you know, I think that looks pretty damn good. Cheers all. I'll catch you on the next one. Ta-da. And as usual, a plenary from me, because I always remember something when I started to pack up. The tank, you may have noticed when I kind of introduced it yesterday, when I introduced it on the last upload, that there was kind of a rattle as I picked it up. It had a brick in it. I've kept the bits I had to basically break, drill, scrape to get it through. It's non-magnetic, it feels kind of plasticky, and it had a definite wedge shape that fitted the back of the tank. Now I think it's had a reseal at some point, and it was left on its back, and it just turned into a brick at the back that had worked loose. So it probably means that the tank's going to need resealing at some stage, because the old seal is a bit flaky in there. I pulled out a few flecks. Always good to get noisy girls wandering past as you're chatting. But then yeah, we'll get it squared away. It just needs a bit of graft. The same as everything I seem to get needs a bit of graft. So yeah, that was a fun evening. See all the drill holes, drilling it through. And it's also the first time I've hoovered out a tank, as I was getting rid of all the bits and pieces at the bottom. But yeah, an interesting find. First time I found a brick in a tank. That is the end this time. No more false ones. Cheers now. Catch you later. Ta-da.